What's good, y'all? So in this video, it's my goal to relate with some of you. Now, I don't know exactly who I'm talking to. I don't know if I'm talking to everyone or if I'm talking to like a select few people, a handful of people. I don't know. I'm just putting the energy out there, and whoever wants to resonate with it will resonate with it, whether it be today, whether it be tomorrow, you know? So that's kind of like how I make my videos. I don't care when you see them, as long as you see them and as long as it resonated with you, I'm good. But anywho, I wanted to just relate with some of you that are in that phase of your spiritual journey. Like you have begun the spiritual journey, you are aware of it. You say, okay, cool. Now I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to be messed up. I'm ready to be like, get put on the right track. And there's always that point where that old saying, be careful what you ask for, because sometimes you just might get it. So you want this new information, especially now since you started this during the age of Aquarius, you know, when the truth is supposed to be revealed to everyone. It's like, oh, you picked a great time for this. But what's going on is the truth is being unveiled. And with you beginning your spiritual journey now, as a lot more people are, as the vibration of the earth itself is rising, you are starting to become a lot more aware, a lot more open-minded to the truth. But this is where I become relatable with you because it's annoying sometimes. For me, like, don't get me wrong, I am the health freak, not by choice. I'm the health freak because I learned something and I just couldn't continue to condone that behavior. When I learned like what meat did to the body, and like, you know, everyone's, oh, it tastes me, I've been eating meat my whole life. It's like, and that's why by 50, 60, 70, you start to have all these problems because it takes 50 years of accumulation for it to wear you down enough for you to actually notice it. But what a lot of people don't realize is your body's been screaming at you this entire time. But you've been so disconnected from your body and you're only paying attention to your mouth and your brain that these calls go unheard. So that's why you wait until you're 50, 60, 70 to start realizing that the interior lining of your stomach is like withering away. You know, the fact that you're having ulcers, the fact that you're having hemorrhoids, the fact that you're, you know, having high blood pressure, cholesterol, and those all tend to happen around the same time. It's almost like a group of people were all making similar dietary decisions around the same time for a certain time period. And this is what it looks like at the end. This is what happens when you have foresight. But anyway, I went on a little rant. We're going to bring it back. This is what happens when you learn about stuff. So I was like, okay, let me get rid of meat. I don't even eat that much meat in the first place. So cool, I can scrap that. Now I'm vegetarian. Okay, cool. So then, you know, listening to Dick Gregory, you learn about what cheese is, what dairy products are. Why, if you give your child cow's milk as a baby, as an infant, it will more likely have crib death. Because don't you find it interesting that Elmer's glue has a cow on it? An ingredient from the milk is used. I forgot exactly which one. I am spacey on that. But it's like that is used in making Elmer's glue. When you drink milk, especially when a baby, it's forming mucus in these underdeveloped lungs. So what happens when underdeveloped lungs are dealing with a high mucus load? They can't expand and contract, and that's what causes crib death in some cases. Not no crazy thing, not some genetic blah, blah, blah. Milk. You gave the baby milk. We got things like, you know, soy. You know, it's like, okay, well, I don't eat meat anymore, so I'm going to go over and eat tofu and soy and stuff. Okay, don't get me wrong, I haven't done too much research on it, but the things are leaning toward the other way, where it's like, you might not want to put that in your body either. You know, it's like one of the things I do remember off rip is like it raises estrogen levels in people. That's why there's a term soy boy. Because it's like usually it's like the vegan that has like no backbone. He's still a punk. He has no, you know, he has no backbone. I already said it, you know. And it's because the higher and higher estrogen levels. Well, estrogen, testosterone, when one goes up, one goes down, vice versa, until there's like a nutritional balance in your body. But anyway, it's like when you learn these types of things, you're like, whoa, I thought I was on to something. Yo, wait, what do these things do? These rocks do something? Wait, hold up. But then there's like 8 million different rocks. Oh my God, rubies actually have metaphysical properties. They're not just expensive for no reason. Oh, wait, that thing I'm walking on, that granite, can be used for stuff? Wait, that's crazy. And blah, 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 blah. And it continues and continues and continues. Sometimes the information that's coming to you almost makes you feel crazy. It makes you feel psycho because no one else around you is even talking about a fraction of the stuff that you're learning. And that's that type of stuff that makes you feel lonely. It should. This is your time from the universe. The universe is telling you, hey, I'm giving you everything you need. Go be by yourself and play with your toys. Coming from the only child syndrome person here, so take that with a grain of salt. But pretty much, like you have all these things that you need to sit down and learn. Because your life is saying, hey, what you're doing right now is wasting your time. Hey, I gave you that. Hey, I pointed that out to you. You still ain't listening? Hey. It's a lens cloth, by the way. But it's like, hey, and you just gonna keep on ignoring it. You're gonna get into this point where it's like, oh my God, I just need to get away. I need to get away. Yeah, you ain't more powerful than the cosmos, bro. You ain't more powerful than Mother Nature. So stop fighting it and just pay attention to what it's giving you. It's very simple. I do relate with you because I had to learn that lesson on my own. I was fighting it for a long time. Certain feelings I was getting about certain people, friends, romantic, whatever. I was just like, are you even my friend? Yo, are you even? But no, they were loyal to me at a certain time in my life, so I'm gonna keep them around. And then you just realize that you're starting to expend a lot more energy on people than you are yourself. And it's like, wait a minute. If you had just listened from that little calling in the beginning, you would have been a lot less stressed out. But you get to the point where you get to like a spiritual understanding from all this information, all that truth that's coming your way. You start to realize, wait a minute, I've been holding on to some things that no longer serve me. Let me go ahead and ruffle some feathers with this one. I don't care what you believe in, but I had to renounce my faith in the Christian God. I did it once before, I came back, but then when I learned more and more and more, and there's something in my soul said, yo, that's right. I had to follow it. And there's nothing to say you can't return back to your old beliefs if it suits you better than the new things. But at least you went out and explored it. Because when you set out, and I'm not here to convert nobody. I'm not here to be disrespectful in any way. I know in some of my older videos I could come across a little crazy. But this one is just me just speaking my point. When you are in religion, you have a set rule. You have set rules, sometimes who you can marry, what you can eat, what you can and can't eat, blah, 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 blah. All these different rules. I hate rules. Don't get me wrong, like universal law, those types of laws, okay, I'm cool with those. That's a little bit above my pay grade. But when I'm talking about on this little earthly realm, I feel so powerful. I feel so in control of my life. I feel like I'm ready to do the unthinkable. When I feel like that and you tell me that I can't marry this person because of this, or I can't do this and this, then when you go ask questions about the said religion, you're faced with anger, with envy, with rage. That's what made me like turn my back on the Christian community. It's like I think it was like Daylight. It was one of like the lines that, don't get me wrong, I'd already like shifted away from it at this point. But one of the lines he said is like, in my darkest night, the Christians bailed on me, aka Batman metaphor, but then also in the darkest night, the Christians bailed on me, aka they didn't have none of the answers that he needed. He was asking questions, he was participating in the community, and he was like, hey, what's up? So can y'all explain this and that? Could y'all explain why this is our book, but it says this and that? Can y'all explain that? Well, you can't listen to everything in the Bible. Wait, so then you're just picking and choosing what works for you. Well, why can't I do that outside of this book? Because there's the Quran, there's the Dead Sea Scrolls, there's all these different texts, whether they be ancient Oriental or African. I don't care if they came from a Netherlands scholar or some secret military base in the CIA in Antarctica or something like that. I don't care. Let me get all of that information so I can learn it. And what y'all are realizing now is some of y'all are getting exactly what you asked for. It's like something just don't make sense. Like there's something missing right there. And sometimes you're getting the answer, and sometimes you keep hearing the answer, but y'all haven't broken out of that shell yet that just says information is information. There's so many people. If I walked into a church and I said what I truly thought about X, Y, and Z, they try to be like trying to drown me in holy water. And I'm just going to be like, it burns. People lose their minds now because I've learned so much that my mind can't function the way it used to. If you learn something, you have to apply it. So when I say that I am God, I am one with God, people still get uncomfortable by that. They really do, because a lot of people still have that image of God being that one entity that's sitting here at the gates, letting you in like a Tom and Jerry episode. You know what I'm saying? Like letting you into the gates of heaven. It's like, no, God is the creative force. It's a force. It's an energy. It's not really male or female. And by male or female, there could be positive and negative, like neutrons and parts of it. I can't explain God. I don't know. I just know I'm directly connected to it, and everything that is me is God. So by correlation, I am God. If God put 100% of his power into me, put 100% of his power into you, put 100% of his power into that tree, then that's God. That's all I'm saying. But people are still in that box where God is something outside of themselves. Every beautiful thing in life has to come from outside of you. That don't make no sense to me. That makes no sense to me. If I'm the one that lifts up this wooden thing and drops it to the ground, I did that. That was me and my individual expression from the powers that the source, cosmos, God, Allah, Buddha, Jesus, Yahweh, Yeshua, Ra, Isis, whoever it is that you're talking to up there or in there, it don't matter. It's all the same. It's all the same. It's just one has a lot less rules than the other. So if we're doing the same thing, I might as well go on over here where I can put my feet up on the couch instead of the other one where I have to do all the ceremonial stuff before I enter the room. If you like the ceremony, then go over there. If you don't like all that type of stuff, you just want to do what you do, go on over there. Join me on the beanbag chair and we just kicking it, talking about what we feel like. It doesn't matter, but you learn so much that you no longer judge people. See, and this is why I always gotta crack at the Christians, because I was there. It's like they have the good book, the God's word, that's it. But when you study everything, you're like, wait a minute, I remember in this text, I remember in this book, I remember on this speaker, I remember this. You get a nice, well-rounded, a plethora of information that you can add and subtract and form your own conclusions. But with that one, all of your information is coming from one thing. That's why the whole world is bamboozled right now about the things. Because what's going on is a lot of people, especially the elderly people, still believe that the news is accurate. I forgot exactly what it was. My friend broke it down to me. But how they say it's illegal to have propaganda on mainstream media or whatever. It's illegal. So what they do is that's why it's called news media entertainment, stuff like that. It's still entertainment. Entertainment, when it has the word the suffix ment in it, that's the mind. Entertain your mind. So how do you get entertained? Well, don't you get riled up? Doesn't it evoke an emotional reaction out of you when the refs make a bad call at a sporting event? That's what this whole channel is. It's just entertainment. If you look at it, it tells you that. But people don't look past Fox, CNN, MSNBC, whatever. They don't look past that. They just see it's the news. They're telling me what's going on in the world. They're telling you what they want you to know is going on in the world. Go watch the Dateline or whatnot. Is it Dateline? I can't remember. But, look at this explosion. Look at this death. Coronavirus. Look at this death. Explosion. Death. Murder. Mass shooting. Car crash. Death. Here's a nice fundraising event by the Girl Scouts, the largest child-run organization. What's the word? Child services. I don't want to say child slavery, but child employees, children workers. There we go. Employed, but y'all don't care because y'all getting y'all's cookies. You're not seeing the fact that they're making all this money, but you see the nice little image, the happy, happy, happy. Even when it's happy, 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 half the time the news isn't telling you the whole truth about something. That's just what I'm saying. The information you learn doesn't allow you to be normal. It doesn't. And by normal, why do you want to be normal? Normal people do normal things. When you do different things, you get different results. When you are extraordinary, when you're ordinary, you're a normal person. When you're extraordinary, your life becomes extraordinary. Or do you want it to be normal? So why are you trying to fit in? Why are you trying to fit in? Don't. Because what you are quickly going to see is people are going to start to try to fit in with you because you don't care about what other people think anymore. I walk around, this is what I'm wearing. This is typically how I dress. I don't put on fancy clothes 90% of the time. I don't dress. Why? I don't care. My character should be what's more important than my clothes. This is literally my expression. No expression is expression to me. You know, I wear what I like. I wear what's comfortable. Because one day, I'm going to be a rich person. I'm already wealthy. But a rich person, when I have the tangible things in my life, and guess what? Don't get me wrong, I'm going to have the nice stuff in the back for nice little events. But I'm going to dress like this, probably even bummier. Because, like, people want to get rich and then dress like they rich. That makes you a target. I'm all about being invisible. I'm trying to, as the sun is blinding me. Oh, it's not really blinding me, but y'all know what I mean. But nevertheless, man, I forgot what I was talking about. I started having fun. But yeah, right now you're learning a lot, and some people might be laughing at my antics. Some people might be like, man, this dude's a loser. Yep. I'm a loser, I'm a dork, I'm whatever negative thing you can say about me. But guess what? I make it a positive thing. I've learned something called mental alchemy. Anything negative you say against me will just make me more powerful. It will give me more to talk about. So please send your negativity my way. I prefer if you didn't, because it's just going to bounce right back to you and make me stronger. So you'd probably just be better off just being quiet. But nevertheless, my community, you know, the people that watch me, the people subscribe to me are mad chill. You know, I guess I'll use this as a little bit of a plug. My community is really chill. Very respectful, very humble. If they disagree with it, they usually keep their mouths shut. They just, hey, I'm just going to click off, mind my own business. I'll check out the next video. And most of the time, they're very supportive. So if you're a negative person trying to walk into another spiritual, like someone that has their own little community, you're the dude that's walking in. We're all just chilling back, just talking, ranting, just being ourselves. And you coming in, hey, this dude's an idiot, bro. We all looking at you like, bro, could you not, please? Could you yo, go on outside, bro. No. All right, bro. Is there anything else you want to say? The floor is yours. No one else say nothing to them. If you don't say nothing back to these people, they don't do it. But I can't lie, I'm petty. I'm not perfect. Just because you learn all this stuff, just because you are all spiritual, does not mean you will ever be perfect. I don't believe in perfection. My imperfections are what make me perfect. You know, it always gives me room to grow. What are you out of a 9 out of a 10? I am a 9.9999999. That's what I'm going to give. That's always going to be my answer. 9.99999. Out of 10, 9.999. Why don't you just give yourself the 0.001? Because there's always room for improvement. But I'm pretty freaking awesome now. That's what my spiritual journey has taught me. That's what all this information, all this truth that's been coming to me has taught me. If you are sitting there sad right now and you're like sitting there in a room by yourself, you pushed everyone away, you pushed friends away, you pushed family away, why aren't you using that solitude to build yourself? You're using that time to sit there and be lonely. That's your decision at a certain point. I'm speaking from experience. That's your decision to be lonely. It's your decision. You're sitting there right now when you could be learning about how to raise your vibration, easy ways to make yourself happy, get out of your slump, and you just want to, life is hard. I'm so lost and confused. You're the only one telling yourself that. Just as easily as you're telling yourself how you're going to fail, you can tell yourself how you're going to win and reprogram your mind to do that. Even if it's one good thing a day, you can say 1 million bad things, but if you start saying one good thing a day, then one good thing a day, then one good thing a day, you don't need spirituality to know that the brain is plastic, it's malleable. So when you just reprogram it like that, that becomes your new norm. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Some of y'all are waiting for miracles when a miracle is not needed. It's not needed to do what you need to do. What you need to do is actually simple. Change your mind. So there was a politician you hated. There was a celebrity that you hated. Then you found out in their free time they give to animal shelters. You're like, oh snap, yo, that's just a character that's on the screen. He's actually a really good person. Oh, just like how you changed your mind on the perception of that person outside of your life that has nothing to do with you. Change your mind about yourself. Change your mind about what you are open to, what you are open to trying, what you are open to learning, whether it be spiritual, whether it be, I don't know, a new thing to put into a car, a new line of code, a new recipe, a new shape. I don't know, make a new shape. Do that. That'll be pretty cool, right? There's too many options out here. There's too much information out here for you to be sad. Go busy yourself and learn something. Go on Wikipedia right now and click a word. Then click another word. Then click another word and just go down the Wikipedia rabbit hole and keep learning and learning and learning. Eventually, the first couple days, you're going to find that it's really stupid. You're like, why am I doing this? But then you do it for a week. You're like, dang, yeah. Wait a minute. I do remember about that 1411 on January 14th at 3:32 p.m. on and blah, blah, blah. On 1411, there was an event where so-and-so happened. And then that's when your brain starts to work. You're just in the accumulation phase right now. Right now, you're getting a whole bunch of free Amazon orders. Amazon orders from the cosmos. You didn't even order these things. It said, no, it's your time. This is your shipping date. This is your address. Bow, bow, bow. And it can be a little bit daunting at first. But then over time, you start to see why you learned these things at the time you did. It's very simple. I hope that made sense to you. I hope my circular talk got you a little bit motivated or whatever, but I started having fun, so I just kept it going. Till the next one.